Hello guys, it's Eglow here. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to this tutorial. If you're just coming into the channel for the very first time, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and do well to turn on the notification button so that you can be the first person to be notified anytime I post valuable content like this. And if you're a returning subscriber, viewer, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by once again to encourage us. I really appreciate that. Alright, so in this video, if you are used to this channel, you already know what we do on this channel. What we do, we help people to elevate their editing skills, their photography skills and all of that. You understand? So that is what this channel is dedicated and committed to. You understand? So if you are a photographer and you find it difficult to navigate your way around some certain things about photography, we got you on this channel. And if you're also a photo retoucher, you're just coming into the industry, or you have been finding it difficult to like properly retouch your images as well, so this channel got you. You understand? So make sure you stick to this video, watch this video from beginning till there, because in this video I'm going to take my time to teach you a professional skin retouching in Photoshop. You understand? Not only that, I'm also going to take my time to show you how to color grade your images in Capture One. You understand? Like some persons have been asking for my set, my actions and all of that, so I'm going to attach everything to this tutorial. You understand? I'm going to attach everything to this video, so do well to check the description below and see how you can get access to, and you can see how you can have access to my essential retouching packs, and also my presets for different skin tone, melanin, light skin, dark skin, and all of that. You understand? So just like I said, I want to take much of your time. So first of all, we'll be starting with the color grading of the image first. So we are going to, okay, let me show you the image before, guys. So we'll be using this image for this tutorial. Just like I said, I'm going to take my time to teach you a professional skin retouching in Photoshop. So don't skip any part of this video, right? So make sure you take your time and watch this video from start to finish, from beginning to the end. You understand? So we're starting with color grading first, and from Capture One, then we'll move straight to Photoshop, where we'll be doing the final skin work. All right, so we're heading straight to Capture One now. Alright, yeah, open. So you can see. Alright, so we are here in Capture One now. You can see the image. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. You can see that this image is very good. The lighting is perfect and everything seems to be very okay, right? So we're going to color grade this image here before we move it to Photoshop, where we'll be doing the final skin retouching, right? So the first thing first is to come to this adjustment icon here. Click on the adjustment icon. So just play with the white balance, exposure, and highlight and high dynamic range. You understand? Then from the high dynamic range, I think I need more texture, right? So I'll just bring down the highlight a little bit, then take the shadow up a little bit, then bring down my black a little bit. You can see. Also take my white up because I need the highlight to show. You understand? So I'm also going to add a little bit of contrast because of the skin, right? Add a little bit of contrast, like 4. Then come down to clarity, right? So from clarity, I'm going to add clarity like 5 and structure like 5. So they almost do the same thing, right? You can see. Let me show you. This is after. This is before, after, before, after. You can see that the details are coming out more than before. You understand? So now after this, now we are going straight to, we've done little adjustments regarding the some post-production, like some little adjustment that we need to do, right? So the next thing, now we are going straight into the color grading proper. So now come to this style here. You can see the style, right? Click on the style. When you click on the style, you're going to see this. You're going to see something like this, right? You're going to see something like this. You can see custom styles, built-in styles, custom preset, built-in preset. You understand? So Now the custom size has to do with, okay, if you already have the one that you saved before, right? So you can just go there and pick it. Then you have a built-in style, custom built-in preset and all of that, right? So but now the one I want to use, I want to use a built-in, like the one that I'll just check the ones that are available, right? And just see which one suits our image. Right, so come to this built-in styles. Right, so we have the IQ style, we have the legacy, and we have the spring. Right, so my favorite is usually legacy. Right, my favorite is usually legacy. So from the legacy we have the P and W, that has black and white. You can check, you can see if you want monochrome, you can see. So you can just use this for your image. If you want monochrome, of course that's not what we want, right? So come to color effect. This is color effect, blue 1, blue 2, creative 1, creative. This one is giving that, cinematic view, those vignettes. You understand? You can see this is not bad. This is not bad. Like, you can see the creative 6 is not bad, you understand? So I have the creative 7, creative 8, and all of that, right? So come to landscape. We have, this is the blue 1, black and white 1, black and white 2. Right, we have landscape color 1 and landscape color 2, right? Okay, now I am stuck between under the landscape color 2 and color effect creative 6. You understand? So I'm stuck in between these two. This color effect creative 6 and landscape color 2. You understand? So creative 6. Alright. Okay, I think I may end up going with color effect, under color effect creative 6. Why? Because of the contrast. You can see, let me show you this. You can see, right? You can see the difference. You can see the heat difference. You can see this. So guys, we are going with this. So let me show you the before and after. This is before, after, before, after, before, after. So let's come back to the adjustment layer again and see what we can add and what we can reduce, right? So if you look at it, right, if you look at the image, let me zoom in a little bit so that you can see very well. Yeah, I think we now have our details intact now. Right? So if you look at the image now, I'm still going to add a little bit of, I'm going to bring down the highlight, bring up the highlight a little bit, because I want the, the highlight to, be very, very visible, right? So because at the end of the day, we're still going to do the jumbo to the image, you understand? So yeah, this is fine. The brightness is okay, everything is okay. Yeah, this is fine. Right, so this is before, after, before, after, before, after. All right, so guys, we are moving straight to Photoshop now, where we'll be doing the final skin work. So, and to take this to Photoshop, you can right click, come to export, you can right click, come to edit with, and click on Photoshop, right? So another method is you can also come to this export, you click on the arrow here, right? When you click on the arrow here, come to edit with and click on Adobe Photoshop. Depending on the version of Photoshop you are using. I'm using 2024, right? Photoshop 2024. So click on it. It will bring this and click on edit variant. So we are going straight to Photoshop now. So guys, if you watch this video to this very moment and you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do me that favor by clicking on the subscribe button, turn on the notification button so that you can be the first person to be notified anytime I post valuable content like this, right? So guys, we are here in Photoshop now. So alright, so first thing first, before we start touching the image proper, so we're going to get rid of some of these blemishes, some of these hair stripes, right? Some of these pieces of hairs that are flying around and they serve as a distraction. So we're going to get rid of them first, right? And to do that, I'm going to create a new layer, Command J. If you're using Mac, but if you're using Windows, it's going to be Control J from the keyboard. Then pick my clone stamp, either clone stamp or patch 2, whichever one. So just pick my clone stamp first. Yeah, click on, you can see. Yeah, so get rid of some of this piece of hair. Don't worry about the distortion you are seeing. You're going to use patch 2 to get rid of it. Alright, so pick my patch 2 now. Yeah, you can see. You can see. Yeah. So I'm going to use my mixer brush to actually blend this together when I'm editing, right? So I'm just doing this one for the first thing first. I'm just doing this one as the first thing first. So I think we are good there now. So you're just going to come to the body and get rid of these ones that rest on the body, resting on the body. Drag it down. Yeah. So this is patch 2. The tool that I'm using now is called patch 2. So it's usually my favorite whenever I want to get rid of blemishes or any form of distraction, you understand? So I'm just gonna get rid of this, select this, then right click, come to view, then content aware, click on content aware. Yeah, good. I think we are done there. So yeah, view, come to content aware. Alright. So this is very important because if you are used to this channel and if you're following me, you agree with me that I always emphasize on paying attention to details, right? It's very important. As a retoucher, you need to learn how to pay attention to details. It's very important because that's what will make your work to stand out, you understand? So you can see, don't rush, just take your time and do it till you are satisfied. Yeah, right click. Yeah, great. So yeah, perfect. So the same thing here, this hairline. I'm going to use mixer brush to blend everything together. Alright, so if you look at the hair now, like the front hair now, from the hairline here, you agree with me that there seems to be like, too much gap here. So in a way, I want to like bring some of this hair forward a little bit and just what this is how I'm going to do it. So I'll just select this part, just select this part. Yeah, you select this part. So right click, then click on transform. Click on free transform. So after clicking on free transform, so I'll just right click and click on warp. Right, so from the warp now I'm just going to like bring the hair forward a little bit. You can see, you can see. You can see. Yeah, this is great. Perfect. So now you can see, just right click, view content area, and view. Yeah, perfect. Still zoom in a little bit. So you can see. So I'm going to create another layer. Create another layer that I'm going to use to adjust this hair very well. Alright, so you can see. Yeah, this is before, after, before, after. This is before, if after, before, after, before, after, before, after. So guys, you can see, you can see, you can see before we move into the editing proper, before, after. Alright, so now we're moving straight into the retouching proper now, right? I'm moving straight into the retouching proper now. Just trying to get rid of some of the hairstyles. Alright. Just like I said, I'm going to add my retouching essential pack. I'm going to add it to this video. Do well to check the description below and see how you can get it through the link and start enjoying. Right? If if you're able to get the back, trust me, you stand a chance to enjoy a whole lot of features about retouching, color grading, preset, and all of that. You understand? So check the description below and follow the link and see how you can get it. Right. So retouching or skin work is usually the last thing for me, right? Because I usually pay very keen attention to details, you understand? So I'm also going to bring this part of the hair forward a little bit, because you can see now this is forward, but this part of the hair, right? So bring it forward a little bit. Yeah, for free transformation. Yeah. You can see before, after. Let me deselect so that you can see it very well. You can see before, after, before, after. So yes, yes, this is perfect. This is perfect. Before, after, before, after. So let me see. All right, good. Yeah, this is fine. It's fine. All right. Yeah, this is amazing. So I'll just go ahead now and create my frequency separation and start the retouching proper, right? So, and to do that, I'm going to create a separate layer again. And to do that, I'm going to press from the keyboard Shift Alt Command E. Even if you're using Windows, it's going to be Shift Alt Control E. You understand? So a new layer has been created. So I'm just going to group these three first. Select these two. So I'm just going to group these two first. Select these two. Command G from the keyboard and group it. So come to this layer. I'm just going to my action now. Yeah, to my action, you can see Eglow. So you can see Eglow, right? So this is what I'll be using to retouch the image. Eglow. So you can see that the image was shot on 16 bit, right? So I'm going to use 16 bit for my retouching, right? So come to 16 frequency separation 16 bit, frequency separation 16 bit, click on it and click on action. So now this is very technical, right? This radius, choosing a radius number is very technical when it comes to professional skin work or skin retouching, right? Now if you look at this image now, let me click here so that you can see it very well. So let me zoom in a little bit so that you can see it very well. Now the default figure now is 14, of course we are not going to use this 14, right? So now if you look at it now, we still have our details, right? And it's also a close shot, like this is a head shot or a beauty shot, you understand? So in choosing a radius number for your retouching, right? One thing I want you to have at the back of your mind is that when you choose a higher radius number, you are going to have a very hard skin texture. But when you choose a lower radius number, you're going to have a very soft skin texture. You understand? Like take for instance now, if I use let's say 3, 4 for this image now, this image is going to look, the skin is going to look very smooth. You understand? But if I use a higher number, you are going to see the difference, right? And it doesn't end here. It doesn't end here alone. It also boils down to your mixer brush settings, which I'm going to show you after here, right? So like take for instance now, if you look at this image, I really don't want to have that smoothly kind of skin work, you understand? So I want to have my skin work, I want to have my texture intact, like I want to have every detail intact. I don't want to lose any details at all, you understand? So, and to do that now, I'm going to use a higher number, right? Let's say 6. I'm going to use 6. Okay, let me click on preview. I'm going to use 6. Yeah, this is perfect. Yes, let's click on okay. All right, so now let me pick my mixer brush first so that you can see what I'm talking about. Right now, this is my mixer brush, right? Just like I said, if you look at my weight now, my weight is 30, load is 25, mix is 25, flow is 20, mix is 24, flow is 24, right? Now if you look at it now, the most important thing here, the most important part of this mixer brush setting is this wet. You know, so I'm not saying others are not important, they are also very important, but the one that easily affects your skin work is this wet. You understand? Like take for instance, I'm on 30 now. If I start retouching now, you are easily going to see the result of what I'm doing compared to when I use a lower figure, like let's say 20, 19, 20 something and all of that. You understand? So which means if I also use 35, 40 now, of course it's going to be, in fact, if you're not careful, the image is going to look distorted. You understand? Unless you are used to. So as a beginner in skin work or in skin retouching, so you are expected to start with low digits, with low figures. All right. So, and as you are retouching, make sure you pay attention to what works for you and stick to it. You understand? Like take for instance, I've gotten to a level where I can literally use any figure and still get what I want. You understand? So your own case now may be like quite different from mine. Why? Because what I'm explaining now within few minutes now is years of experience in photography and skin retouching. You understand? Professional skin retouching. So I'm just trying to, I'm just trying my best to make sure that I break it down to like the simplest form so that you can understand it with ease. You understand? Because that is what I do here on this channel. That is what this channel is dedicated for. I don't rush my videos. I don't rush my editing. I take it step by step to make sure that at least if you come across my video, even if it's one video, by the end of that video, there should be a difference between your before and after. You understand, right? So please take note. As a beginner, I'll say it again. As a beginner, make sure you start with low figures first. Don't copy what you are seeing here. I'm just using these figures to explain things to you. You understand? So pay attention to what works for you and stick to it. You understand? So guys, let's get into it. All right. So I'm not even going to use this 30s. I'm going to start with 25 first. I'm going to start with 25 first. So if there's need for me to like speed up the retouching process, I can actually increase the figure. But now I'm going to start with 25 first. All right. So another thing I also want you to understand is that human skin tone or skin texture is divided into 3. Right? We have highlight, we have shadow, and we have mid-tone. So highlight is the brightest part of the skin, while shadow is darkest part of the skin, and mid-tone is in between the highlight and shadow. You understand that is mid-tone is neither black, neither dark nor bright. Like take for instance, let me zoom into the face so that you can see it very well. If take for instance, if you look at the face of this image, of this subject now, this is the highlight, because this seems to be the brightest part. Like this is the part that light majorly falls to or fall on. You understand? So this is highlight. This can also be highlight. This part can also be called highlight. You understand? So, but if you look at this part now, from this face here, this is shadow. You understand? This is shadow. But you can see this part. 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 This is mid-tone, because mid-tone is just like I explained earlier. Mid-tone is neither dark nor bright. So it's just in between shadow and highlight. So, and retouching generally has to do with your ability to blend these categories together. That is just the summary of retouching. You understand? So your ability to blend these three together and have a very sweet skin. That is what retouching is all about. So you can see how flexible I am with my brush. Make sure you are flexible with your mixer brush, right? Know when to reduce it and know when to, increase it. It's very important. So, and don't drag, right? Don't drag mid-tone to highlight. Don't drag shadow to mid-tone. It's very important. So in retouching, right, when retouching my images, I usually start with other part of the body before the face, right? The face is usually usually the last part that I edit. Why? Because it is very easy when you start from the face. It's very easy to forget this part of the body, but you can't forget the face after after you retouch this part of the body. So that is why I usually start from this part first before going into the face. You understand? This is very important. You can see. Let me show you the little one we've done. This is before, after, before, after. You can see. I'm making a progress already. So guys, if you watch this video to this moment and you're here to subscribe to this channel, please do me that favor by hitting the subscribe button, and also do well to share this video so that others can also benefit from the video as well. Turn on the notification button if you're here to do that, so that you can be the first person to be notified anytime I post valuable content like this. So just like I said, this is a professional beauty retouch, professional high-end retouch in Photoshop. So you have to pay attention to details and you really have to take it step by step. You don't need to rush. You understand? So please take note. It's very important. You don't rush. So two things that we'll be doing after retouching the image. One is dodge and burn. We're going to do dodge and burn after retouching the image. And the second one is we're going to use color balance to blend the skin tone together. So you really have to watch this video from beginning to the end. Don't skip any parts. You understand? So those ones are just going to be like added bonuses, right, to this video. So make sure you watch this video from beginning till the end. use my brush a little bit. Let's go 20. My wet, I mean. Let's go 20. So don't just watch, just like I used to emphasize, right? So as you're watching and you're practicing what you're watching, right? Make sure you pay attention to what works for you, right? It's very important. Pay attention to what works for you and stick to it. Save. You can see before, after. So we're making progress. I also told you that I'm also going to blend the backgrounds together. So we're just doing this one after the other. We're still going to do everything, right? So every part of the picture that needs blending, we're going to do everything together. You can see how flexible I am with my mixer brush, right? So know where to decrease and when to reduce it, when to increase and where to reduce it. Amazing. So just taking it step by step. This is high air skill retouching, professional beauty retouching. So you don't rush. You just have to take your time and attend to every part of the skin of the subject. Alright, so I'm going to attach my essential retouching pack, my preset, different color grading. I'm going to attach it to this video, just like I said before. Do it to check the description of the video and see how you can get it and start enjoying fully. You understand? So I think basically we've gone far with the body, right? So now, okay, let me just touch this part before we fully move to the face, right? So you're just going to follow it, right? Yeah, this is before, after, before, after. You can see. So let me even attend to the background first. Just brush through the background, blends what needs to be blended together, blend what needs to be blended together. Alright, so nothing serious. Yeah, good. Alright, so we are moving straight to the face now. So I want to even reduce my settings because I really want to have everything intact. So bring everything together, bring everything down. Yeah, everything down. If you look at it now, I want to take this to, like, let's say 18. Now wet is 18, load 21, mix 21, then flow 18 as well. Alright, so let's go. Yeah. So observe my brush. I know you are not seeing my hand, but I'm very light with my Wacom pen, right? So very light with it. So I'm not even hard. Why? Because this person's skin, this model skin, is a very soft skin already. So I don't need to be hard about it. You understand? So you can see. So let me zoom in so that you can see it very well. You can see this is before, after, before, after. So you just have to take it lightly, right? So let me still zoom out a little bit. Yeah, good. So the skin is not rough, right? The skin is not rough, so no much blemishes. So you just have to, like, very light with either your mouse or your Wacom pen. You understand? Yeah, I love what I'm seeing already. Trust me. You can see, just taking it one after the other, right? You don't need to rush. So now, just like I told you that, we're going to even blend the hairline together. You can see. Let me show you before. This is before, after, before, after. You can see. Brushing the hairline together now, blending everything together. This is amazing. Like, this is amazing. Trust me. So let me zoom in so that you can see it very well where we are. This is before, after, before, after. So now at this juncture, so I will just go ahead and pick some blemishes, right? Before I come back to like finish the remaining work, right? So to pick the blemishes now, just click on high frequency, then pick my lasso tool. Pick my lasso tool. So lasso tool is my favorite in picking blemishes. So just hit my Alt from the keyboard, then start picking some obvious blemishes. Nothing serious to actually pick, right? Just like I said before, that the model has very sweet skin, so nothing serious. The face is okay already, it's not rough, so but we'll just pick some obvious ones and we'll go ahead and finish the retouching proper. It is not when you are retouching that you need to pay attention to details, right? So whatsoever every action you are taking in retouching or in editing, so you just have to pay attention to details. You understand? Because attention to details cut across every of your actions, every step you are taking. You understand? Nothing ought to be left out. You understand? So I need to kill this hairline. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. You can see. You can see. Save. Alright, so reduce my brush a little bit. You can see. You can see. love what I'm seeing already, trust me. So let me show you the before and after. This is before, after, before, after. So we're making a heat progress. We're making a heat progress. All right. So I will not pick this. I will just leave that one. Just looking for what is left to pick up the blemishes. All right. So amazing. So I'll pick my mixer brush and I'll come to low frequency, then pick my mixer brush again and still, brush through. Still brush through, just to smoothen the face more a little bit while still having my details intact, right? This is amazing. All right. Just going through the skin again to make sure that every part is properly done. Yeah, great. Yeah, you can see how I'm blending everything together. You can see. This is beautiful. Trust me, this is awesome. Before, after, before, after. So to follow this part a little bit more. You can see, this is before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. So basically, I think we are done. We are done with the skin work. So I'm just go ahead now, whiten the eyes, then do the dodge and burn, and use color balance to blend everything together, and boom, we are good to go. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and whiten the eyes now. So I'll just close this group, these layers together. So come to adjustment, click on black and white. So you're going to have your image like this. Then drag the reds and yellows to the extreme end. Drag the two to the extreme end. Then Command I if you're using Mac to hide it, and if you're using Windows, it's going to be Control I. Hide it. Then pick brush tool. So instead of 50, 15, so I'll just take them to, like, let's say 40, 40. Yeah, opacity and flow, 40, 40. All right, good. So just go ahead, let the foreground be on white. Go ahead and just, start whitening the eyes. Yeah. So you can see, if you feel like it is too much, you reduce the opacity, which I'm going to do. This is before, after, before, after. So I'm going to reduce the opacity to, like, let's say 60. Yeah, let's say 60. This is fine. This is before, after, before, after. So I'm good here. So I'll just go ahead now and do the dodge and burn. All right. So come to adjustment, click on curves, then take this up for the dodge, right? Take it up a little bit, then come to blend mode option, click on screen from the blend mode option, then hide it, Command I from the keyboard, hide it, then pick the same curves again from the adjustment, same curves again, then bring this down a little bit for the burn. The first one is for the dodge and the second one is for the burn, right? So blend mode option this time around, it's not going to be screen, it's going to be multiply. Click on multiply, right? So hide it. Good. So now click on the first one, so rename it Dodge. Then the second one, Bone. Yeah, we're good to go now. So first you click on the first one, Dodge, then brush tool, pick your brush tool. This time around I think I'm going to use 1515. Yeah, 15 with the flow and opacity 1515, right? Alright, good. Now so start brushing through. Make sure the foreground is on white, so zoom in a little bit. So start brushing through the highlight. Like I said, the highlight is the brightest part of the skin. That's what the highlight is, the brightest part of the skin, right? So start brushing through the highlight. Yeah, brush through. So let me show you, this is before, after, before, after. So click on the bone, now. Still the same brush setting, foreground. So start brushing through the shadow area. You can see. So even this. So let me show you, this is before, after, before, after. Alright. So I want to increase the opacity to, like, let's say 30, flow, let's say 30. Yeah, for this part of the skin, for this hair, you can see. You can see. You can see. So now we're going to group the two together. This is before, after, before, after. So we're going to group the two together. Select both layers, then Command G from the keyboard or Control G from the keyboard. So now this is before, after, before, after. So you're just going to go ahead and reduce the opacity a little bit. Let's say 80. Yeah, this is 80. So this is before, after, before, after. So I'll still reduce it to, like, let's say 70. This is before, after, before, after. All right, good. So now I want to pick my mixer brush, come to low frequency, pick my mixer brush and blend some parts together. All right, so just blend these parts together. Just blend these parts together. Blend it together. Just blend it together. so now this is before, after, before, after. So the jump on before, after, before, after. Right, so I think I'll still have to blend some parts that I'm seeing, right? So I have to blend some part that I'm seeing now. Yes, this is perfect, guys. Let me zoom in a little bit so that you can see it very well. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect, guys. This is before, after, before, after. This is before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. Guys, this is perfect. Like, this is amazing, right? This is amazing. So, just seeing a part now that I skipped. This part of the skin here. You can see, skipped it. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so now I'll just go ahead and use color balance to blend everything together. So to do that, also just come to adjustment layer, click adjustment layer. So come to color balance and click on color balance. So if you look at it, right, so ideally, initially I told you that the skin tone, the human skin texture is divided into three: the make tone, highlight, and shadow. And so look at them here. This is shadow, make tone, and highlight, right? So just like I said, the highlight is the dodge that we just did, the dodge and bond that we did. We did the dodge for the highlight and we did the bond for the shadow. So take note, right? Now, if you look at this image now, you agree with me that the skin is like okay, the skin tone is fine already, so we really don't need to do too much. Ideally, I'm supposed to do something with the shadow, mid tone, and highlight, but this time around I'm just going to do with the mid tone alone, right? Because the highlight and the shadow has been taken care of. So because whatever I do to the mid tone now will affect everything, right? So blend everything together. So just click on the mid tone, click on the mid tone. So the picture is like having red already, right? Having red already. I'm not going to add too much science to it, right? I'm not going to add too much science to it. So I'll just take cyan to, like, let's say 4, right? 4. Then come to yellow and add yellow. Let's say, yeah, let's say 5. I think this is fine. Let me show you before. This is before, after, before, after. You can see, if you look at it, you look as if nothing is happening, but trust me, a lot is happening. Show you the image before. This is before. You can see how cool it was before, right? Now you can see how warm it is now. Can you see? Can you see the heat difference it's added, it's created to it added to the image before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. So guys, you can see. So the last thing we're going to do to the image now is to use curves to add, to make the image more pop a little bit. You understand? We use curve to make the image more pop a little bit. And to do that, just come here, adjustment, click on curves, right? Click on curves. So just hit, let's say 5. Yeah, the input 5. Then and come here for the output. Let's come here. Yeah, 240. I think this is perfect. This is before, after, before, after. In fact, everything, every little thing we do to the image keeps bringing the best out of the image. You understand? So if we did not stop and keep going, trust me, as you're going to see a whole lot of transformations. You understand? See, you can see this is before, after, before, after. Guys, this is crazy. This is sweet. This is amazing. Guys, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. So let me show you where we moved from. So we moved from here. Let me save this. So you can see. So we'll come to history. History. I'm gonna go to the extreme end of the image. Right. So come to the, this is before. This is after. This is before. Ooh, this is after. Guys, this is amazing. Right? This is amazing. Before, after. Guys, this is amazing. This is amazing. Trust me. This is amazing. So, guys, we've come to the end of this tutorial. We've come to the end of this tutorial. This is a professional high-end screen retouching in Photoshop, right? This is a high-end screen retouching or a beauty retouching tutorial in Photoshop. So let me know how you feel about this video in the comment section, and if you're yet to subscribe, please do me that favor by hitting the subscribe button, turn on the notification so that you can be the first person to be notified anytime I post valuable content. Like, do well to share this video so that others can also benefit from it as well. Right, so if there's any topic you want me to talk about in my next video, please let me know. Drop that in the comment section, and don't forget to check the links to my essential retouching pack and also a preset, right? Like everything that I use in this image, everything that I use to retouch this image, the color balance, the color grading and everything is in a pack, right? It's in a pack, and it has been added to this video. So check the description of this video and see how you can get it and start enjoying. Trust me, if you love what you see, go there and get it yourself and start enjoying. So let me know what you want me to talk about in my next video. If there's any topic you are finding it difficult to understand, or maybe if it's about retouching, about photography generally, and if you find it difficult to find a way around it, do well to drop that in the comment section. Trust me, I am going to do justice to that as soon as possible. Guys, thanks for your continuous support. Thank you so much. I appreciate for the encouragement, both online and offline. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.